Hi all, Shott here. I don't know about you, but very few things get me as excited as when I see the sequel to a book I love has been announced. Finally! I've been waiting for years for this! A lot of years. I already can't wait for the movie. I just hope they don't get Mel Gibson this time.
Fake boobs you feel you have to show off.
Yes, as far back as sliced bread, garnering hype is an important part of the sales process, and gaming is no different. In order for people to buy your game, they need to know that it exists. The more buzz, the more bucks. Okay, so you play as a bee, just like you, but it's a simulator, so like I could pretend to be you. And it's... I don't think this is working. Can we just go back to the chair? Yeah, good point. I don't think this is gonna work out. People are gonna catch on. I'll be right back. Not bad, not bad. But it could be better. What'd I say? Yeah, anyway, this video is about the hype machine in gaming and Cyberpunk 2077. Look at me, I'm Shott the Woz. That was the joke.
I am the hype!
We all understand how the game is played. See a game trailer, get excited about it, see the spot where it says not actual gameplay footage, remember that life is a lie, cry yourself to sleep, forget about the game. 8 years later, you see another game trailer for that game. Game finally releases, you buy it. Maybe you like it, maybe you hate it. Either way, you're out $60. It wasn't always that way, however. Games used to be. There was a time where they would just get dropped into the wild like a baby sea turtle doomed to a 4-minute lifespan, picked up and crushed by a hungry seagull. Yes, some games would get an ad on TV, but that was about it. Nintendo literally rewrote the game when they dropped Super Mario Bros. 3. I mean, there was ads in movies, magazines, game demos. There was a frickin' movie all to hype up this game. Yeah, that's a Goomba. The release of MB3 proved that gaming wasn't just some fad. Nintendo was for real, and money followed the hype. Fast forward 30 years, and every game gets a special sort of announcement. For better or worse, the gaming hype machine is an integral part of gaming culture, whether we want it to be or not. Sometimes it's beneficial, sometimes it blows up in our faces. But no matter what, hype is driven by the consumer, not the ad geniuses. Por exemple, EA pumped millions into the ad campaign for Anthem. They wanted that game to be successful so badly. But that doesn't mean that anybody wanted to play it. Now here we are 2 years later, nobody's playing it, and they're about ready to take this thing out back and put a bullet in its head. Compare that to a game like Fallout 3 or Portal 2, games that were hyped to the moon and 100% delivered. Fallout 3 was a complete change of pace for a series that thousands of dedicated fans thought was dormant. Then October 28th, 2008 rolls around, and we're all trying to shoot Butch in the face on our way out of the vault. Tunnel snakes rule. Or Portal 2, follow-up to the best game on the Orange Box. I stand by that. I will fight you on this. Portal 2 took the innovative mechanics of Portal 1, cranked them up, added a witty story, threw in J.K. Simmons because why the fuck not, and literally sent us to the moon. Sadly, seemingly, for every gaming hype success story, there are 3 failures. I mean, not everything can be a masterpiece, right? I mean, take Duke Nukem Forever. This game was announced in the fucking 90s, finally dropped in the 2010s, and when I tell you that it was so out of place, I mean, the world changed. It had been almost 20 years since this game was announced. Nobody wanted a beefed up tough guy staring at tits to shoot aliens and shit, man. If we wanted that, we wanted to play Doom, but at least then there wasn't tits. We're not about objectifying women around these parts, bud. Huh. Or Fallout 76. You know who wanted a Fallout MMO? Everybody. You want to know how to do it? Not like this. That was the most broken launch I think I've ever seen for a game. Yes, I realize the subject of this video. Fallout 76 was awful. I did not play it. I will never play it. And it hurts me because I wanted to play it. Or how could we forget Daikatana? John Romero's gonna make you his bitch. How about John Romero makes a functional fucking game? How about that? Fuck you, John Romero. And then you have games that had absolutely no hype, that got by purely on word of mouth advertising, like Terraria and Minecraft. I found out about Minecraft about 10, 11 years ago off of Reddit. And that was it. There was no ads. It was just one dude, and then, like, this is before Jeb. This is back when it was still in alpha and beta. And I found out about it on Minecraft, like, the subreddit. And it was an r/gaming. And I went and I played the Java demo on the website. That's how old this is. And I was entranced. The memes, I wanted to play this game. And then, so like, Minecraft, we all know the story of that. It blew up. But then Terraria comes out, full-blown admitting we are copying Minecraft, but we're doing it 2D. And Minecraft and Notch, and they were just like, yep, that's cool. We love it. And both of these games got by off of word of mouth on things like Reddit and Tumblr and stuff like that. And I want to say Kotaku, but I don't care about Kotaku. And these two games propped each other up. I should do a video on this. Anyway, Minecraft and Terraria are two of the greatest games of all time, and they got by with no advertising, no hype, purely good games. Then there were games that had absolutely no broad appeal, but for people in the know, the hype was through the roof. Games like Mountain Blade 2, Bannerlord. Bannerlord was my most hyped game for a while there. I love Mountain Blade, I love Warband. Honestly, I don't even have a lot of hours in it compared to some people, but it just... Mountain Blade Warband and Mountain Blade Bannerlord, they have the depth of a fucking puddle, but holy shit, is it an addicting game. Somebody call up addictinggames.com and get them in on this, because these games, it's tough to stop playing them. Build an army, try to take over the world. It's so simple, but it's so good. Oh, it's so good. Psychonauts was fantastic, both critically and casually, and it sold less than 100,000 copies in its first year, which is criminal. In the 16 years since then, it's sold over 1 million copies, but it's been 16 years. Who cares? Half-Life 3 and Elder Scrolls 6 are probably the most hyped games of all time, and I look forward to playing them when I'm dying in a nursing home. What do you mean I can't edit my Khajiit's balls? Then there's No Man's Sky, which I know I said about Fallout 76, but No Man's Sky probably had the worst launch of all time. I bought No Man's Sky on the first day, alright? That game was a glorified tech demo. It was fun for like 5 hours. For those first 5 hours, it really was. It was entrancing. It was magical, exploring this world. And building your ship back up, seeing the animals, and then just getting ready to leave the planet. But then you get to your second planet, and your third, and your fourth, and then eventually you're on your 10th planet, and all of them are exactly the same. And they said that it was multiplayer, but it wasn't. They said that you were never going to find people, but there were two people on the same planet on the first day, and they couldn't see each other. It was just a rabbit hole of bullshit that they have since fixed. Go play No Man's Sky. It's a good game. Hey, you remember 25 seconds ago when I said No Man's Sky had the absolute worst launch of all time? Well, that leads us right into our main contender and winner of 2020's What the Fuck Were They Thinking award, Cyberpunk 2077. Cyberpunk 2077 was so hyped up for me. And the sad part is, I wasn't even like that super excited for it. My hype was fueled by coworkers of mine. And these coworkers aren't like gaming aficionados. Like, these guys play like Fortnite, MMOs, and Madden, and that's about it. Like, they don't play games like I play games. And I'm not trying to put myself on a pedestal either. I'm saying that these guys were excited for this game, and that made me excited for this game, because we fed off each other. Cyberpunk was announced 8 years ago. Well, 9 now. And then there was like nothing. And then a couple years back, they dropped the gameplay trailer and the 40 minutes of gameplay. And I was just encapsulated. I was enthralled. I'm pretty sure is encapsulated even a word? Fast forward, it's 2020. I take the day off to buy this game. I bought this game on the PC, and then like it's the Thursday, like the day before the actual release, where they were allowed like early downloads. Steam servers were so screwed that none of us could get into this game, and honestly, for half of us, probably a good idea. Like my cousin and I were talking back and forth, just like we were both trying to download at the same time, and he like couldn't get in, and he was hearing like horror stories about the game because it was just so buggy. I got in eventually, and I spent the next 3 days playing it, essentially only going to the bathroom and eating, and I enjoyed it. All right, full disclosure, I enjoyed Cyberpunk 2077. Cyberpunk had some of the best written characters and best dialogue, which is weird because they're a Polish company, that I have ever heard. Full disclosure, I've played dating sims in the past, and I don't give a fuck about any of those characters, but I fell in love with Panam. I would die for Judy Alvarez. Even River, I will admit, got a soft spot for him, all right? The city is so beautiful and dense. There's few areas that have not been gone over and decorated intentionally. The cars are all cool, even though none of them handle very well. The main story is fucking amazing. It really is. Like it's so good. And even the side quests, like if a lot of the side quests are samey, but then eventually you'll get one that really like throws a curveball at you, and you just go, that's why I keep doing these. Because for every 10 that are exactly the same, you get the one where you go, huh. But that's the thing. All of that worked for me because I completely overlooked all of the glitches. There were reported blue screens. There were people that couldn't get in. Let's not even talk about the console problems, because why they decided to put out a game that doesn't even run on the console that they fucking released it for. The game was flat out, full stop, not finished. It needed at least another year in development and playtesting and bug fixing before this game was even close to being able to be done. But I saw past that. I saw the story being told. I saw what their vision was. And I enjoyed the game. I truly, truly did. But for many, if not most, Cyberpunk 2077 crashed and burned like the Hindenburg. Cyberpunk has been so review bombed that I don't know if it'll recover anytime soon. I thought No Man's Sky's review bombing was bad, but it's at least kind of recovered. But Cyberpunk, like, they spit in their fans' faces. CD Projekt Red had such a high tolerance with their fans. Like they think about the games that they put out. It's all good. You have Gwent, the Witcher series. Like they couldn't do wrong. They were getting to that Valve level, and then they dropped Cyberpunk and essentially shit all over their fan base. Like they can blame they can try and say that it's us like putting too much on them, but it's not. It's not. It's their corporate structure that said release this game even though it's not finished. CDPR did this, and I don't know if they'll ever recover from it. Do we have ourselves to blame? Sure, a little bit. We've been burned so many times by games in the past that we should have known better. But you can't stop hype. That's how you buy games. If you release a trailer, people are going to get excited for it. And that's what they did. They released a trailer, we got excited, and they shit all over our dreams. The hype machine isn't going away. This is how money is made. Gaming is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it's not changing. It's about money now. It's not about what it once was. It's not like the 80s when it was about passion. It's not about the 90s when it was about fun. It's about making a buck. The only way that we can stop it is if we speak with our wallets. Anyway, thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't hesitate to leave a like, a comment, and a subscription. It really helps me out because I love doing this and I'm not stopping anytime soon. hop on the train. We're going places. Anyway, I've been Shotty, or Shott the Woz. One love.